Hey guys, Francois T here. We're just going to see if this one actually decides to work, since the last one decided not to, and I really don't know why. But it looks like it might. Yay! I've come up. Okay, we're working in this one. Hopefully you've all joined me. I'm here. I can see myself. Hopefully you can see me too. Yay! Isabella's confirming that. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's start all that again. First of all, I want to thank you all for sending me your pictures. I've added them to the collage, and you can feel free to keep sending them to me. I will give you my email very soon. And the other reason I want to give you my email is so that you can send me your how PLL should have ended stories. I'm so excited that I got a great response from that. I'm looking forward to reading all of your stories. I even got inspired to write my own one, and I'm definitely enjoying that at the moment. So we'll have to see how everything goes with that. But I'll turn to you guys and see what you have to say and say my shout outs. So hi Isabella, hi Maria Ann. Isabella says, I can see you, yay. Denise says, hi everyone, hi Denise. Maria Ann says, can see you, yay. Alias is here. I think we're going to be calling you Alias from now on, so hi Alias. Angels of Erised says, it works. Hi Angels, thank you for being here, and I'm glad it works. Susan Friend says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Susan. Angel says, hi, Francois and all. Hi, Angels. Brad says, I'm here. Recently watched the finale with Marlene's answers. Loved it the second time. Maybe be a plum, but don't care. I liked it. That's good that you liked it, Brad. I'm glad you did. Debbie says, good morning or afternoon or evening to all. Good morning, afternoon, evening, Debbie. MC says, hi, everyone. Found the new chat. Excellent. And Alias says, hello, Francois. So today we're going to be discussing anything that we haven't discussed so far. I want to try and talk about as much as we can about the finale, but also let's talk about the good times. I mean, as Brad's saying, Brad liked the last episode, and that's great. I didn't like it myself, but feel free to share some highlights of the series with me. Sometimes it's good to focus on the positive. So for me, obviously, I love the line, bitch can see, but there were other great moments that were sprinkled out along the way that I absolutely enjoyed as well. So let me know what some of your favorite moments were. And any other questions you may have. Thank you for your comments on the Marlene interview with EET Live. I was not happy with that interview at all. Felt like there were a couple of unanswered questions that were answered, which at least that's something. But all in all, it just really wasn't what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a lot more answers, but that's just the way it goes, isn't it? All right, MC says, what do you think of Marlene telling Entertainment Weekly that originally Ren was AD, but they decided to change it to something more believable? I do believe that that's the case, because someone just moments ago sent me some sort of copy of an article of some guy on Reddit that used to work for PLL that was spreading spoilers and rumors, and apparently revealed that Ren was meant to be AD. This makes a lot more sense to me than what we end up getting with Alex. So I don't like the idea that this is meant to be more believable, because I think Ren is more believable than Alex. And as you guys know, I never really wanted it to be Ren in the first place, but that's my opinion there. Debbie says, family therapy time. Yay! Exactly, Debbie. Great to have you here. Suze Blue is here. She says, hi. Hi, Suze Blue. Thanks for being here. Miss Axelia is here, and she says, hi Francois, I've been watching for a while but have never commented. You're a sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Miss Axelia. It's great to have you with us and great to have you commenting. Wonderful. Suze Blue says, I'm at work again, so as usual I shall add my 2 pence in but not be able to listen. Oh, that's totally fine, Suze Blue. Add in what you can, and I know you always watch the live chats back, so that's totally fine. Alias says, at first I was emoji, but then me and Alex started the game as AD. That bitch never came on this channel, but that is behind me now. Oh, lovely, Alias. Good to know, because I had been wondering who emoji was. I mean, there's just no way that Alex was both, right? So Alias, that at least clears that up for me. Thank you. Angels of Erised says to MC, no, I didn't, but haha, more believable. A crazy Cockney twin with no reason to torture all these people. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, indeed. Gosh, that reminds me of South Park. Speaking of animated shows, I had this thought last night. Do you guys watch The Simpsons? Of comic book guy coming in at the end going, worst reveal ever. I don't know why that came to me, but it did. Brad says, don't want to go to Radley anymore, but Mona's dollhouse being the key to Alex's Barbie, i.e. Spencer. Yes, I loved that whole scene. That was great. Finally spoke to my sister about it because she watched it tonight. And she was saying, hated it, but loved Mona at the end. So I went, yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, I loved Jenna too, but yeah, I agree with that. Susan Fred says, I'll have to go back and check again, but in one of the final scenes, didn't Arya say she was going to order the duck on the plane? She's vegetarian, right? Oh, I forgot if Arya is vegetarian. She might have been. Yeah, but she did definitely say that. MC says, I really don't think that an evil twin is more believable. Yeah, I don't either. I think that was just such a cop-out to make it a twin. That was just stupid. Angels Vera says to MC, exactly, it's not. SMH. MC says, ha, Angels, I wrote that as you posted. Absolutely agree. Yeah, exactly. Angels says, lol, great minds and all that to MC. Isabella K says, I actually love Jenna's line in the final episode. Maybe I can't see, but I can smell a bitch from a mile away or something along those lines. Yeah, I loved that too. That was so good. MC says, absolutely, Angels. Alias says that lair was me and Alex's. I'm tearing it down and making a new improved lair. Oh, good on you, Alias. Are you now working with Mona? Or are you Mona? Who knows? Angels of Erised says, yes, the Jenna line about smelling a bitch from a mile away was awesome. Yeah, so they had little gems throughout the episode. One of them was definitely what Jenna did, like with the Spencer thing, and one of them was what Jenna did with Addison. I loved everything that Mona did. But the rest just sort of fell kind of flat. But I must say, I did like that Marlene said, when we saw Melissa at the stables, that really was Melissa. So I was glad to hear that. Mrs. Excelia says, I just saw someone say that Mona ended up winning everything. She killed Cece, who stole her game. And now she has Alex that stole her game too. You should be happy about that. I am. I'm very happy about that. I wish they'd spent more time on that. I'd much rather have cut out the Addison and her friends scene at the end, which was so tacky, and had more about that scene with Mona. Had Mona say something, even if it was, I don't know, in a creepy Mona voice, like, you know, I've won the game, or didn't they know I was always going to win, or something like that. I would have loved that. MC says, one of my favorite lines is still Veronica's from Arya's Jailhouse Rock Dream. Yes, I agree. I wish she'd said that in this last episode, but never happened. Debbie says, today I'm off, can enjoy this live chat. It's my birthday, so nice to get a chance to view without interruptions. Oh, happy birthday, Debbie, and many happy returns to you. I'm glad that you can spend your birthday with us. That's lovely. Marianne says, happy birthday, Debbie. Suze Blue says, so one question I have is, what was the point in the whole Amish stuff? If it wasn't part of his story or this story, then why? Yeah, I mean, I don't really get much about that either. Obviously, there was a connection between Cece and Archer and the girl. But yeah, I mean, considering that they really ended up having nothing to do with anything, I don't know. Debbie says, thanks, Maria. MC says, there was so much that didn't mean anything, Suze Blue. Yeah, exactly, which is just so sad. I mean, I'm sorry, Marlene had 2 years to deal with this. At least we know why there was so much filler, because they weren't intending on answering a lot of it, so they had time to create filler. Angels of Erised says to MC, forgive you. Oh, honey, I wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. Veronica is the bomb. Yes, that was a great scene with Veronica. Loved it. MC says, I honestly think they forgot half of the things they did over the 7 seasons, and that's why there are no answers. Yeah, quite possible, MC. Definitely. But it would have been good had they, I don't know, spent some time during their off time, like grabbing all the scripts from other episodes and, I don't know, highlighting and circling things, doing some sort of discovery, you know, some sort of close to supplemental discovery. You know, but that's just me. Susan Frere says, but I think Marlene had an idea with the twin thing, but she didn't write it to the best of her ability. Alex should have been around since the barn. I completely agree. Like, the fact that Alex wasn't around, or that she was, but I mean, we didn't really get to know her. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. Angels of Eris says, Veronica has always been my favorite wine mom. She's a badass. I know, I love Veronica. And someone reminded me of that scene way early on in the series when she stops Wilden from talking to the girls. Love that, so badass. Debbie says to Angels of Eris said, right? Brad says, anyone notice Mona doing her version of Andrew when the liars were in the dollhouse overhearing the Hastings? Yes. Oh, that's a very good point. Yes, it harks back to that when she was listening with the headphones. Good one, Brad. Well done. Speaking of the dollhouse, I was so frustrated. If you saw my Marlene interview video earlier today, I was so frustrated that Marlene didn't answer that question about Noel, because it makes no sense at all. At the very least, she, as I said in the video, she could have said that was a Noel mask and behind the mask was Alex. That would have made sense to me. Or it was behind the mask was Sarah frickin' whatever her name was, Harvey, Shower Harvey. But she said nothing. So was it Noel? Was it not Noel? And if it was Noel, what the heck was the point of him being there? I just so totally don't get that. It's really annoying. Denise says, actually, I heard that about Mona as well, and I hadn't even thought about it like that, but that changed my perspective, so now I'm kind of loving it. Yeah, I agree. So that last scene with Mona, I absolutely loved it as well. I just wish that it was extended. I wish there was more of it so that we could get that without having to really think about it and go, oh, now I get what you mean. Like, yeah, they need to make it a little more obvious for me. And give me a sec. MC says, to me, if you need to be asked 100 questions to explain things after a series finale, it wasn't a successful finale. Completely agree with you, MC. Ridiculous. When I wrote my book, Cold in the Rain, as I told you guys, I had my own A character that I called TE. I said to people, if there are still unanswered questions, let me know. Not one person came back to me saying that there was something I had left unanswered, because I went back through every single chapter, every single moment, making sure that in that reveal, which wasn't the last chapter, I think it was the second last one, in the reveal, I got everything out in the open. Marlene didn't do that, and that was really disappointing. MC says, happy birthday, Debbie. Alias says, my birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Alias. We are going to have another live chat tomorrow, so we can wish you happy birthday again there. Rena's here. Hey, Rena. Thank you for joining us. Debbie says, thanks, MC. MC says, happy birthday for tomorrow, Alias. Alias message has been retracted. You may want to try again. Debbie says, happy B-Day to Alias. Alias says, thanks, Debbie. Alias says, happy birthday, Debbie. Angels of Eris says, in Marlene's ET interview, what about Eddie Lamb? Oh, yeah, he just left town. Next, infuriating. Yeah, completely. She so totally threw that away. She's like, oh, yeah, he was a nice guy, but he just left. He just wanted to get away from it all. I mean, Marlene, seriously, you can come up with something much more inventive. I mean, on the ride over, couldn't her assistant have bombarded her with questions so they could prepare? You know, I don't get that. Anyway, Denise says, happy birthday, Alias. Hope you have an awesome day. Susan Frey says, I don't think Jenna's line about smelling bitches should have been used in the school hallway because there are children in school. She should have said it when she smelled Alex. Come on, writers. Good point. I'm glad that she said it, though. But yeah, good point. Probably shouldn't have been said in school. MC says, I think Marlene has been making things up on the spot during these interviews. MC, I would not be surprised. I mean, we could step in with a Marlene mask and give better answers than she gave. I mean, seriously, why was Noel there? Well, what you don't know is that Noel and Cece actually had a relationship, and we didn't know about this. Now, we were going to talk about it, but we just didn't have time. We ran out of time. And the guy that plays Noel was busy, unfortunately, due to contractual obligations. So sad. But yeah, they were in a relationship together, so he was very happy to help her. When he found out her story, he felt so sorry for her. So he jumped at the chance to put the blood on Spencer. There you go. There's an answer. Marlene didn't give anything like that. Mrs. Axelia says, I think it's really sad that we didn't get a decent ending because of bad planning and contractual problems. I'm sure if Marlene decided everything on time, she would get the actors a few more days. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Just totally ridiculous. Isabella K says, I'm just annoyed that this finale didn't feel like a series finale. We had 1 hour of typical slow-paced, full of unnecessary drama, PLLF, and then last 30 minutes was actually full of info. Illogical. Completely agree with you, Isabella K. I would have not minded as much at all if this was not the series finale. If it was a season finale, totally fine. Series finale, no. Alias says, I will tomorrow, thanks, Denise. MC says, I would love, sorry, MC, your message has gone. I'll just have to refind it. I would love a special episode with the wine mums on a night out. It would be epic. Yeah, it totally would be. I would love to see a spin-off with the wine mums. What do you guys think? Denise says, happy birthday, Debbie. Hope you have an awesome day. Yeah, so big happy birthday to you, Debbie. Thank you again for being here. Laura B says, they could have totally made this go back to season 1 without having to do anything additional. There were plenty of weird Spencer moments throughout the years. Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Angels of Earth said, I'd like PLL special of Veronica slaying Marlene King in court. How great would that be? That'd be awesome. Rena says, what was the whole purpose of the Ali pregnancy? I just don't get the point, lol. Yeah, honestly, weird. Like, I think, weren't they saying that it was done for fun or something? Oh, I don't know. It was really bizarre. Susan Frere says, and I'm actually mourning Ren. Did he have to die? He gave his heart and DNA. I wish they would have given Spencer and Melissa a heads up. Yeah, completely agree with that. I think that was just ridiculous, the way that was handled. I mean, Marlene was said they couldn't use Ren anymore. They only had him for 1 day, and if they had him for 2 days, they would have actually shown his death scene. So that would have been really good. But, I mean, yeah, just totally ridiculous. MC says, how did Alex or whoever make those masks to be so accurate they would have had to have been molded from a cast of the actual face? Sorry if I'm being too realistic. No, very good point. Why did we not get any answers about the masks? Like, you're absolutely right. We saw way too many masks not to get an answer. You're absolutely right there, MC. Denise says to Rena, I think the point of that was that Alex felt in control, or maybe she wanted Ren's babies. Who knows? Yeah, possibly. Remember, the reason that Alex killed Ren is because he would never see her as Spencer. I do think she liked him, but she just thought he would never see her as Spencer. Alias says, I'm looking for sheds for a liar. I like that. Very good. And good to see that Pam got out of the shed. That was good. Out of the garage. Brad says, did you hear some of the things were changed due to cast members not being able to appear due to other shows, i.e. Julian Morris, Tori DeVito, Drew Van Acker? Yes, I did. And very disappointing. I wish that this was organized ages ago, like someone else was saying earlier. Isabella K says, yes, I liked Ren. Why was he killed in such an unmeaningful way? Yeah, I don't know. It's just what Marlene decided to do. Tori's here. Hey, Tori. She says, hey, everyone. MC says, don't forget, Suzanne, Ren will live on. Diamonds are forever, and a girl's best friend, don't forget. It was a good line, but it just sucked that he had to die. Angels of Erised says, Tarina, I know, was kind of pointless, as she could have just got pregnant accidentally if they were desperate for Emerson babies with Archer or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Or, I don't know, they could have just, I don't know, done it the usual way, like gone and got a specimen put into her, like in a way that they both agreed to or something. Like, this whole drama was pointless. Debbie says, in an interview with the PLL, they discussed that Troyan wrote and produced this last episode. She did? I know she produced one of the episodes in the last 10. I didn't know she wrote and produced this one. There you go. Isabella says, let's be honest, Addison deserved it. Addison totally deserved it. I agree with you, Isabella. And you know what? If she's gone, that's good. She's gone. And the screen turns to black and we never see her again. Goodbye, Addison. MC says, let's make a Marlene mask, kidnap her, and take over these interviews. Let's do it. I love it, MC. That's so good. Skylar says, morning, everyone. Morning, Skylar. Thank you for being here. Susan Frere says, MC, yes, you're right. Yeah, exactly. How good would that be? We'd come up with better answers than her. Denise says, what really gets me is why bring back Ted and make him Charlotte's dad and not mention it ever again? He didn't even come out in the finale. Yeah, I completely agree. And it's not like he was unavailable. At least they didn't make a point that he was unavailable. So very good point. Just a moment. Where am I? Skylar says, or night, lol. I missed that. Angel says hi to Skylar. Denise says morning to Skylar. Skylar says hi, Angels and Denise. MC says agreed, Denise. There was absolutely no need at all. MC says hi, Skylar. Yay, we all love each other. So cute, yeah. Skylar says we never even got answers on how Alex moved Roland's body from Arya's trunk. Yeah, exactly. What the hell? Skylar says, hi, MC. Debbie says, honestly, who didn't have a relationship with each other, lol? They had great role models, Mary, Peter, etc., so on. And now we have the Rosewood Billies, lol. Absolutely, Debbie. Completely true. MC says, let's all jointly sue Marlene and get Veronica to represent us. Marlene wouldn't stand a chance. Exactly, MC. Let's do that. MC says, lol, Debbie. Miss Axelia says, I would love if some interviewers weren't trying so hard to kiss Marlene's ass and ask her the questions again. I completely agree. Like, all I was thinking most of the time during the E-Live thing and also during the A-List rap party was, honey, I can be in the interview chair right now asking you the questions we need to know. Asking right away about Eddie Lamb in the A-List rap party. Asking about Sarah Harvey and what motivated her to join Cece in the first place. Not what motivated her to look for the pot of gold in the freaking Radley Hotel. That's dumb. We worked that out already. Where's Maya? How did Maya die? Who killed Maya? So many questions. Alias says, can you make me a moderator? Yeah, absolutely. Just a moment. Yep, there you go, Alias. Denise says, I think it would have been better if they would have made Ted AD avenging Charlotte's death. Yep, absolutely agree. It would have been much better. MC says, I still want to know who made the bloody board game. MC, me too. I was saying that to my sister tonight. I'm like, oh my God, we still don't know who made the bloody board game. I think it's Lucas. And she goes, no, it wasn't Lucas. It was probably Alex had her own version of a Lucas. I'm thinking, oh God, no. Like, I don't need Alex to say, oh, my friend Richard made it. Like, that would be so random. But I need to know who made the board game too. I completely agree with you. Debbie says, thank you to all for the birthday wishes. You're all so kind. You're welcome, Debbie. Thank you for being here on your birthday. Laura B says, I love how Marlene has all this stuff stored away in her head and that she's not shared and has put all these unanswered crazy situations out there for 7 years. Yeah, so I love that too. I just wish she'd answered all the bloody questions. MC says, if Alex wanted Ren's babies, why didn't she impregnate herself? Very good question, MC. Something a lot of us have been wondering now, like since watching the finale. Why didn't she just impregnate herself? Like, it doesn't make sense. Isabella says, what about Lucas and his comic book? Did he disappear? Was the comic supposed to make us suspect Lucas? That's it. Who was portrayed in the comic? I don't think anyone explained that. I don't know what the heck was the point of the comic at all. I want that explained. I want to see more of the Jenna with Braille book explained. I mean, what was she saying yes to? I mean, she says yes. She knows what the end game is, and then she suddenly realizes that Alex is Spencer's twin. Wouldn't you know that by reading the book? Like, so confused with so many things. But with the comic, exactly. And back to Lucas, the first scene with Lucas and Jenna, I'm sorry, Tammin looks great on a horse, and I'm always going to say that she looked fantastic on that horse. But what was the point? Like, was it really Mona imagining it? If it was Mona imagining it, was she also imagining the girls sitting on the table? Like, so confused with that too. Skylar says, also, how did Allie have twins? Marlene said it runs in the family. I'm like, it's Emily and Ren's eggs and sperm. Yeah, exactly. It had nothing to do with Allie. Allie was just, you know, the incubator, so to say. Rena says, I hate the way Ren died off screen. This whole AD was driven by Ren, lol, but oh well, we'll kill him off and in a crappy way. Completely agree. The fact that they knew they weren't going to get Ren, they should have just never even mentioned that. I would much rather have said, where is Ren, than why did Ren die? It just makes no sense at all that we should have killed Ren. We didn't have to go there. But that's just my opinion. Isabella says, also, I keep wondering, why did Alex give Arya a chance to get on her 18? Yeah, it makes no sense. What makes Alex go, oh, yes, Arya, I will take her? I just don't get it at all. Just a moment, guys. MC says, twins are quite common with artificial insemination. Oh, there you go. Rena says, Skylar, yes, suddenly twins run in M's family too. Laura B says, Troyan didn't write or produce the finale. That was all Marlene. Yeah, that's what I thought. Troyan did one of the episodes, like the third or fourth last one or something, but I didn't think she did this one. Obviously, she had a huge role in this one, and Marlene would always ask her, okay, today, do you want to do Alex or do you want to do Spencer? Which I'm sure that would have been a lot of fun for Troyan, but I don't think she directed it. Skylar says, oh, I didn't know, lol, MC, but Marlene's reply was funny. Yeah, so there you go. Brad says, I want to see a Mona spin-off based on the doll shop. Would be interesting. I would love that, Brad. That would be so good. Heard they're doing a new PLL with the young players from the finale with Allison, Emily, and Jenna as recurring characters. Yeah, so Marlene said in the ET interview, I said maybe. I never said yes. People kept saying it's happening. I said maybe. Was a cop-out to me. So I don't know if Perfectionist is even happening, guys. We'll have to see. Susan Frere says, anyone else would rather see Ellie locked in Mona's dollhouse instead of poor Mary? I wanted Lucas and Jenna along with Mona to avenge themselves against Ellie. That would have been full circle. Yeah, completely agree. I think that would have been better. Denise says, dear Marlene, please write a book called Unanswered Questions, PLL. Yes, I agree. And answer all of our questions from season 1 to the finale. Sincerely, a confused PLL fan. Yes, I think we all agree. We want that. Rena says, I would have loved it being Melissa in a Spencer mask, so much better, lol, and I wish they would have tried harder for Drew Van Acker. He would have made a bomb AD. Yeah, completely agree. It sucks that he wasn't available. Debbie says, will you again give the email address? Yes, I'll do that right now, guys. I'm just going to type it in. Okay. There you go. So I've typed it in. I'm not going to reveal it, obviously, publicly on the video, but it's there in the chat. So send me the pictures and send me the books whenever you're done with the books, or even if you want to send me drafts. I love reading, so send me the books whenever you want to. Mrs. Excelia says, exactly, there's so many questions she ignores or don't know the answers to. When she answers with, I think, or maybe, it annoys me because she, of all people, should know for sure. Yeah, exactly. Anytime I hear Marlene say maybe, it's like, maybe? Why say maybe? Not maybe yes or no. Like, come on. Especially considering it's your show. Like, what the hell? Isabella says, Marlene in the entertainment interview told us that Eddie Lamb just moved away because he didn't want to get into trouble. She also said that's because he helped PLL in Radley, but who and how? People in Radley, but who and how? Yeah, exactly. Again, something she sort of made, instead of giving us answers, she gives us answers that leads to questions, just like she did in the show. Very annoying. And who else was annoyed that the finale brought up questions, more questions than we had before the finale? Ugh, so annoying. Skylar says, oh, Lucas, and Lucas shows up as a tap dancer. Yes, so Marlene spoke about that. She said that the guy that plays Lucas, I don't know his name in real life, but the guy that plays him has always been a really good tap dancer, and she said that one day she is going to get him to tap dance in a scene, and that's why he did that. So I guess that explains why Lucas tap danced. Why did Jenna come by on a horse? I mean, seriously, we used to have an ad here for a cologne where this guy would say, I'm on a horse. And it was just completely against what they were selling. They were selling a said cologne, but he's going, I'm on a horse. It's just like, Jenna, I'm on a horse. No one knows why, but I am. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Alias says, thank you, Francois. Beware trolls. Yes, beware trolls. Alias is here. Maria Ann says, haha, I agree, Denise, we need answers. Yes, and Maria Ann is saying that in capitals. We need answers. Yes, we do. Skylar says, what was the point of the board game and puzzle pieces? It led to nothing. Completely agree. Like, I'm sorry, guys. There is no way Alex created this board game. She's just not smart enough. I'm sorry. The reason she became AD was because she wanted revenge. She did it out of anger and revenge, not because she's intelligent. So, yeah, still confused with that too. Tori says, I wanted them to tie the Montgomery family to the Hastings-Drake De Laurentiis family tree. Yeah, so they could all be tied in together. Completely agree. But sadly, again, did not happen. Susan Fresh says, let's just say I made the board game because Marlene isn't saying I'll take the credit. Well, there you go, everyone. We now know Susan Freya made the board game. Well done, Susan. Very intelligent of you. Like Mona, I absolutely admired it. So if you could make one for me, I would really appreciate it. Alias says, who wants to join the Alias team? Oh, I wonder. Denise says, wait, back to the moving of Archer's body. I thought that was Mary since she confessed to killing and even told them where the body was. Maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, that's certainly what we've been guessing is that it's Mary, but I don't think we've ever had concrete evidence that it was Mary, nor have we seen where Archer's body went. So, you know. Wait, did we see where Archer's body went? I don't think we did. You're saying that she said where the body was. Where was the body? I know we know where Cece ended up, but where did Archer end up? Isabella says, Alex didn't mention that Lucas was working for her. Does that mean he wasn't on the AD team at all? Does that mean he didn't make that board game? If not him, then who? Exactly, Isabel. This is what I'm trying to work out. I was convinced, I told you guys, I went from 95 to 98 to 100% sure Lucas created the board game, meaning he was on AD. Because who the hell else created the board game? Caleb? And I mean, it wouldn't make sense if it was Caleb. Oh, wait, yes, let's play the role of Marlene. Caleb created the board game, and the clue you were meant to get that it was Caleb was because he was arguing with Hannah. See? He was wrestling with whether or not he should remain on the AD team. Now you know. Yeah, that would be a Marlene answer, wouldn't it? Rena says, me, lol, love it. Maria Ann says, I know Skylar, they didn't address the puzzle. What the hell? Yeah, exactly. Skylar says something. Give me a moment. I'll get to you. I really will. Skylar says, my thing is, how did Alex even know who everyone else is and their names? Like, she's never been to Rosewood until Cece's death. I agree, but you can explain that away. If I was Marlene, I would say when Alex and Cece met and they had more and more conversations, Cece did like they did in The Parent Trap when they showed each other pictures of the family. She showed pictures to her and went, this is your twin sister, Spencer. This is Aria. This is Ezra Fitz. He loves Aria. Like, I can see that happening. Debbie, your message has been retracted. You may want to try again. Brad says, main answer, I want to know, how did Alex build that lair underneath Toby's old house? Yeah, it's a good point. And more to the point, how did no one else know? Like, it was right in the middle of a street, like someone else was saying last night. Rena says, yes. Was Lucas really not involved? You see AD finishing the comic, but we never see it, lol. Here lies no one, because we forgot this scene, lol. Well, us lol fans don't forget. Exactly right. Like, I mean, here lies no one. I love that right now. That's perfectly put. Gosh, we need to do a parody of Pretty Little Liars. Here lies ... no one. Because I mean, who died except for Ren? Maybe that's when Alex killed Ren, but it's just really stupidly done. MC says, I think who killed Maya is one of the biggest unanswered questions. I agree with you, MC. Was it because of what she found in Ali's bedroom? Did Ali come back and kill her? Did Mona kill her? Alex, her mum, dad, a robber? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was some random who drunkenly ended up in her backyard and killed her. I mean, ridiculous that we don't know who killed her at all. And what the hell did she know? I'm sorry, like, what did Maya know? If she knew about Ali, why did we never know this? Ugh, all the things with Maya that weren't answered really annoy me. And MC, I agree with you. It is one of the biggest unanswered questions that we have. It's right there at the top. Maria Ann says, Cece probably told Alex who everyone was. Yeah, that's my thought too. Susan Freya says, Skylar, Shyla twins because she was artificially inseminated. That's likely to happen. Yep, you're talking about Skylar. Alias says, you mean the dollhouse copycat family house? Yeah, very much so. Suze of Blue says, also, what was the point in meeting Maya's niece? Like, hi, I'm the niece. Oh, bye then. Yeah, I mean, they could have just left that out. Again, it would give more time at the end with Mona not having that stupid niece scene. And I'm sure, like, Brad, you said you've watched it twice, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure Emily says that Maya's niece goes to Radley High. I'm sure she said that because I spent quite a bit of time after that scene going, wait, Radley, did you really say Bradley High? So I'm pretty sure she did. Let me know if I'm right or wrong there. I'm sure she says, I know you go to Bradley High. Laura B says, they put too much out there for the fans to read into. You can't give us crazy situations and then not readdress them. I would have been happier with less drama, more answers. Completely agree. I mean, why didn't they just give us more answers in the last 10 episodes? There was no need for any of that filler. We could have just gone answers all the way through. We didn't need the ships and all that stuff. We knew they were endgame. I mean, who does Marlene think she was kidding? Someone made a really good point. I don't know who it was, but it might have been Kelly Wilson. I'll give her the credit. Where someone was saying there's just no way that Marlene wouldn't have shipped all of them together anyway. Like, I mean, she would have been an idiot to not put them all together because the fans would have gone nuts if there wasn't an end game for Spoby, Emerson, Caleb, and Ezria. The fans would have gone crazy. So she was going to do that anyway. So why not spend that time answering more questions? Tori says, Sparia is the reason why Alex picked Arya. Oh, maybe so. There you go. That makes sense, actually. Because, you know, Team Sparia, when Spencer would team up with Arya for things. Yeah, makes sense. Suze Blue says, and what was Alex's motive for even impregnating Allison? Why not Spencer? She clearly was capable of kidnapping anyone. Pointless. Yeah, exactly. Have no idea why it was Allison. Doesn't make sense. Denise says, I think she wanted to be Sparia with her. Yeah, there you go. So Tori was saying the same thing. I think it's certainly a possibility. Tori says, to me at least. Yeah, no, it makes sense, Tori. It does. And Denise, it makes sense. Maria Ann says, exactly, Laura. She knows the fans investigate everything. Yeah. And she gave us a breakup letter. I mean, I'm sorry, she did. Anytime I see an interview from now on where any of the liars say in interviews, this is Marlene's love letter to the fans, I tell you what, I'm probably going to scream back at them. Going, it's not a love letter, it's a breakup letter to the fans. Debbie says, so I honestly believe Mona and Lucas built the board game. They were very creative. Yes, and Debbie, I would like that to be the case. You know what, guys? If you can add an element of who created the board game in your book, that would be really good. You don't have to, but if you could, that would be good because I really want an answer to that. It's really annoying. But Mona and Lucas does make sense. Maria Ann says, I thought the same thing, Tori, Team Sparia. Yeah, there you go. Suze Blue says, loved when Alex looked up real quick and said, I have pulled it off. Was pure evil and reminded me of the girl on the ring. Loved it. Yeah, definitely. Was pure evil for sure. MC says, when Alex got into bed with Arya and Hannah, she whispered something like, I think you and I are going to be best friends to Arya. I thought that was creepy. Could be why she chose Arya for the A-team. Yeah, and the whole Team Sparia thing and all that. Yeah, it all makes sense. Brad says, Alex wanted to be Spencer so much she wanted Toby. Also wanted to be part of Team Sparia. Heard about new PLL from someone, not Marlene King. You heard about new PLL? Ugh, okay. Maria Ann says, MC, she said, I think you and me will be the closest. Yes, that's what she said. MC said, that's right, Maria. Ugh, creepy. Maria Ann, your message has been retracted. And it was just retracted because I was about to read it. Suze Blue said she was planning to kill Ezra and knew Arya would, if needed, Spencer more than ever. So there was that as well. Yeah, so that's what I think Marlene was saying. That's a good point. Tina says, hi, Francois. Hi, Tina. She says, I feel like Jenna should get more screen time and she should have a happy ending, like being able to see and maybe a love interest. Mary had more scenes than Jenna this season. Oh, why? Yeah, I completely agree. I don't get it at all, Tina. They should have given Jenna a lot more. Maria Ann, your message has been retracted. Denise says, we never even knew why Eddie Lamb and Ren hated each other. Yeah, never answered because Eddie Lamb packed up his stuff and left because he was a nice guy. Yeah. MC says, during the interview with Sasha, Marlene said that there could be some kind of announcement about a spin-off, new show in a couple of weeks. She knows exactly what's coming next. She lies again. Yeah, I mean, and it's just really annoying. My fear was that her new show was going to continue from the very last scene we saw with Addison and the girls. I mean, and that would just really bug me. Honey Hepburn says, so many unanswered questions. Hey, honey, yes, so many unanswered questions for sure. Isabella says that first scene with Lucas dancing and Jenna on the horse was stupid and unnecessary. I'd rather see Lucas and Jenna in a normal, important scene. I completely agree with you. I don't see why Lucas and Jenna weren't in more. Clearly, Jenna had other scenes she did, but why wasn't she in anything more important? And how did Marlene not even put her on the AD team? I'm so confused as what's going on here. What happened after Jenna got the Braille book and then became a life teacher? Did she just, when AD drove into the sunset, go, okay, I'm just going to tap my way out of AD's lair, just tap, 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 and I'll go and apply for a teaching job? I mean, really? Maria Ann says, agree, Isabella. Tori says, Archer's body ended up in Charles's grave. So where did Cece's body end up? I thought that was Cece's body. There you go. MC says, agreed, Isabella. Rena, you've gone. Give me a moment. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment. Here we go. Rena says, and as for Alex's motive, the girls didn't kill Charlotte while Mona did. So was her real motive to take over Spencer's life? And is it just me, or did the AD they showed in Alex seem like two different people? Yeah, definitely. It wasn't just you. I couldn't feel a connection with Alex and all these things that AD did at all. And I do think her motive was just to become Spencer. Like, honestly, that's what I thought it was always going to be about. Oh, always thought it was about. It wasn't about Charlotte. Anyway. MC says yes. Tori. Denise says he moved to Charles's grave in Carol's house. Yeah, so Archer did. So where did Cece end up? Denise says, how the hell did Alex even have access to the letter Mary wrote to Spencer? No idea. Unless Mary gave it to her during the time they were together, which how the hell did Mary get involved? And did she really have a choice? Was she innocent? I've got questions about Mary. I just don't know the answers to. Tori says, I'm pretty sure Marlene said that Nate killed Maya. Oh, really? 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 Of all the things, Nate killed Maya? Oh, I don't like that. That does not sit well with me. I'd rather it be no con. That does not sit well with me at all. Maya deserves so much more than Nate killing her. Tina says, Marlene doesn't know anything about her own show, maybe too much expensive Vine and cocaine. I'm sorry, but I just can't help myself. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, girl. MC says, I know Alex wanted to take over Spencer's life, but still can't understand why. If Alex's first motivation was to find out who killed Charlotte, why she didn't kill Mona when she found out it was her? Yeah, exactly. No idea. I'm glad she didn't, but I don't get it. Denise says, what about Garrett? Before he died, he said he was going to say all the truth, and he was trying to protect Spencer. Did he know there was a twin and that the bitch was a psycho? Who knows? I mean, unfortunately, they killed him. Now, Marlene said that Ren was the one that pushed Arya in the box, but she never confirmed anything about Melissa. Yet, Mona said that in the Queen of Hearts masks were Melissa and Ren. So I'm more inclined to believe a character than Marlene. I'm much more inclined to believe Mona. I think Mona was telling the truth there, but what do you guys think? Brad says, what if Charlotte invented the board game before she died while in France and left it for Alex? You know what? That would make sense. Again, I really wish it could have been Lucas, but you know what? At least that makes sense. Thought Nate killed her stalker, his stalker who wanted to kill Emily and Paige. Oh, maybe. Who knows? Alias says, what was the point of the sex scenes? Oh my god, no point at all. I am so glad someone picked up on it. I don't remember who it was. Again, it might have been Kelly Wilson, but I don't remember. But someone was saying, we got sex scenes with Ezria, with Emerson, and with Spoby. Oh, no, we didn't. We got sex scenes with Ezra and Emerson. Spoby played Scrabble, and Hannah was naked under a sheet with her legs in the air while Caleb was dressed. No, that's right. Someone sent me something that was questioning that. And thank you very much to you. I'm so sorry that I forgot who you are, but you sent it to me, and I really should find out who you are because I owe you so much credit for sending that to me. The person who sent it to me was, I'll just tell you right now, I think it was actually Sarah. Just going to have a look. I'm pretty convinced it was. Yes, it was Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sending that to me, because someone questioned that and I totally agree. Like, it was just ridiculous. Angel Zero says, God damn it, I missed out on the loads of chat thanks to our neighbor showing up, but on the upside, I got a pint of cider. Oh, good on you, Angels. Sorry that your neighbor decided to show up while we were having the chat, but you're here with us. Rena says, I think she took advantage of the fans. PLL fans have entire theory boards dedicated to A's identity. She couldn't have hopped on there and picked a fan theory that answered questions, or even just have Alex be around since the beginning would have been a lot better, and then drawn out shop scenes. Yeah, exactly. It would have been much better if Marlene had picked out fan theories. I completely agree with you. We wasted all that time coming up with theories on someone we've never met before. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. No, that's all right. We wasted all this time, 7 years of coming up with theories. And in the end, the last AD ends up being someone we've never met before. Just ridiculous. Brad says she did say Radley High. Yeah, there you go. What the heck is Radley High? Like, it confused me for so long. Like, I couldn't watch the next 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going, wait, Radley High? What the hell is Radley High? MC says, a pint of cider makes up for that, Angels. Yes, agreed. Isabella says, what was the point of the new Addison squad, like another alley-like generation? Whenever, give us answers, not the same storylines. Completely agree. I definitely think it was foreshadowing perfectionists, but yeah, otherwise completely agree. And why say the exact same lines? I get she was trying to make it come full circle, but it just came across as so lame. Angel says, thumbs up to MC. Rena says, just have Alex be around since the beginning would have been better, and then drawn out the shops. And yeah, were tedious. Yes, exactly. Sorry, that was to end my comment. Yes, no, I got that, Rena. Thank you for your comment. I did appreciate it. Debbie says, we did see a lot of references to horses throughout the series, so why not put Jenna on a horse? Yeah, that's probably Marlene's way. Like, see a lot of horses, so why not put Jenna on a horse? Really? What and who could steal eggs from a donor? What's the benefit to Alex? Ren revenge? Ugh, I honestly don't know. I wish I did. Alias says, I cannot believe AD was a twin. I thought it was Ezra. Yeah, like, I would have been fine with Ezra. As I said, I didn't want it to be Ezra, but Ezra would have been so much better than Alex. Way better than Alex. Susan Frere says, real quick, I'd like to ask everyone what they thought about the girls' fashion in this episode. Arya's wedding dress was pretty. I wasn't a fan on Ali's wig or clothes. Yeah, neither was I, to be completely honest. But what I must say is two things. I didn't mind the pug sweatshirt and the fact that she was proposing with it. I thought it was cute. Like, it wasn't fashion forward, but it was cute. And I loved that Marlene was saying that Shay was allowed to pick whatever she wanted to wear for the last episode. So I love that Emily dressed more like how Shay would. So I appreciated that. MC says, I still think we should have found out about Alex 2 or 3 episodes ago and then spent the last couple exploring her backstory, motivation more, and getting bloody answers. Completely agree with you, MC. Absolutely. So there was a time back in the day before Cece was revealed as Uber A when we were under the impression, or hoping, it was one or the other, that after the reveal of that A, that in the next season we would have, like, the next episode or the next couple of episodes would be done from A's point of view. And I thought that would have been a really interesting idea, and I'm so surprised that Marlene didn't do that. So if they revealed Alex as being A, say 3 episodes before the end, the last 2 could have also been done from Alex's point of view, rather than us still going, who the is AD? I mean, there was a song that used to go, Alice, Alice, who the is Alice, and now it's AD, AD, who the is Alex. I mean, ugh. Anyway, moving on. MC says, I still think we should have found out about, yeah, I just read that. Rena says, honestly, I liked that the last Mona scene better than the whole final. She'll always be the best A, Queen Mona. Yes, hashtag Queen Mona. Queen Mona was absolutely the best. That last scene was awesome. I agree. Rena says, I honestly liked the last Mona scene. I just read that. Denise says, just Susan, I liked Arya's second dress, and Emily was killing it in that black dress. Yeah, totally. And you know what? I loved Emily's dress in that ice, was it the ice ball? No, the one where they dressed up in the CC reveal, where she has the black dress and the black crown. I loved that. I loved that outfit. It was really nice. Alias says, never told me their identity when we were partners. MC says, Emily looks good whatever she wears. That's true, she does. I'm just glad for Shay she got to wear heels because she'd been wanting to for so long. Skylar says, so bitch couldn't see, like they didn't make it clear only when Alex said she's still blind, but I felt like she can see. Yeah, I know, very annoying. And the best thing Marlene could have done in that situation would have made Jenna be able to see. Like after she rang Toby and said, you know, it's Spencer, I can smell the difference or whatever, she could hang up the phone and then take her glasses off and prove that she can see, like wave at someone or something. That would have been so epic. But no, she decided not to go there because, you know, Hannah fighting with Caleb is much more important. Aria not being able to have kids is much more important than getting answers. Marlene, I just don't get it. Give me a moment. Where are we? Okay, we're up to here. Lisa B is here. Hey, Lisa B. Lisa B says, to Susan Frere, the dress Aria wore at the reception reminded me of that black swan dress she wore at a prom, that red and black one. Yeah, good point. Isabella says, I didn't like the first wedding dress, but the second one was better. Yeah, I agree. Laura B says, I wish I could unsee the finale and she could rewrite it. Yeah, absolutely, Laura B. I wish we could rewrite the finale. I wouldn't give Marlene another chance. We will rewrite it, and we are going to. So if you guys haven't heard, we're doing a little friendly competition thing. It's not really a competition, but it's for fun. We're rewriting the way that Pretty Little Lies ended because we just weren't satisfied. I've done a video on what the competition details are all about and yada yada yada, so feel free to check them out. I've also included my email here. If you decide to enter into this, send your version along to me, and I can't wait to read it. Okay. Denise says, MC, that is true, lol, Shay is so pretty. Yes, she is. Rena says, also, why did Charlotte hate Spencer and love Alex? Spencer never even knew she had a whole Radley family she didn't know about, so I hate her. Rena, I agree. I felt so bad for Spencer when I saw how close Charlotte got with her. And then to say, oh, don't worry about the girls, they're just my dolls. Like that just drove the dagger in deeper when I was thinking about Spencer, going, how can you love this one but not that one? No. Spencer didn't even know about you. Skylar says, yeah, the first wedding dress was horrendous. Yeah, it was. Laura B says, wonder if Marlene feels that people are so pissed. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she would know by now. But apparently, Kelly was saying earlier today, I was watching her live chat. I love watching her live chat, so definitely watch Kelly if you can. And she was saying that some of the like producers and writers and people were actually being really rude to people who were asking them nice, you know, simple questions on Twitter. I can't believe they were doing that. That's just ridiculous. And as Kelly says, and I completely agree, like, the last thing you want to do is be rude to the people who, you know, made you who you are. It's because of the fans that Pretty Little Lies became so successful. If anything, you ignore them or you answer them. You don't be rude to your fans. That's the last thing you should do. Isabella says, actually, Alex did mention that Jenna helped her and recruited Noel, I think. She did. Oh, I'll have to go back and check that. I don't remember her talking about Noel. MC says, Marlene has banked all the checks. I doubt she cares. Yeah, that's probably right. Maria Ann says to Rena, probably the same reason Alex hated her, because Spencer had a good life and they were basically forgotten. Yeah, but still, that's not Spencer's fault. Alias says, Alex and AD do not connect at all. Yeah, exactly. They don't. Laura B says, yes, she did say Nate killed Maya. That is so ridiculous. No, you could have made it anyone. I mean, Allie would have been better. Oh, no. Ezra would have been better. So many people would have been better. Pam bloody Fields would have been better. She got sick and tired of trying to deal with the relationship between Emily and Maya, so she killed Maya. Oh, no. I don't like that Nate killed her. That's just ridiculous. MC says, Nate killed Maya? Then why did Nate go after Emily? Me no likey that. Yeah, I completely agree. Me no likey either. Angels of says, I think I'll stay pissed at the awful finale, to be honest. Maybe I should give it a one more rewatch after Marley's recent ET Answers interview, though I strongly believe it will still suck. So yeah, I quickly looked at some of the scenes when I was trying to do my write of the alternate ending for PLL. Yeah, I was still cringing at the scenes I was watching, believe me. Rena says, I get this is supposed to be the reason, but I just don't get it. How could Spencer control where she ended up? And as for Alex, Mary sold her. She should have hated Mary more than Spencer. Yeah, exactly right. Denise says, Ren was on the Halloween train. What the hell? I honestly don't remember that. Yeah, so it was Ren and Melissa in the, what do you call it? Queen of Hearts masks. At least that's what Mona said. What Marlene confirmed is that Ren's the one that pushed Arya. But I heard two voices pushing the box. So I don't get why Marlene's going, it was just Ren. There were two voices that were saying, we've got to push her now, or something, whatever it was they said. Maria Ann says, it does still suck. Yes, it does. Angels of Erised says, Lucas tap dancing a general on that horse, by the way. What the F was that? Yeah, exactly. We're all trying to work out what the hell that was about. MC says, I'm sorry, but unless something is said or happens on the show, how are we supposed to know what happens? I don't think a writer should have to say things after the event. Why not say it in the show? Yes, MC, that's what the show's there for. Ridiculous. Tori says, Nate was the stalker. Emily killed him in the lighthouse. Yeah, so Emily killed Nate, and that we know. Nate killing Maya, I don't think I'm on board with that at all. And even if it is the truth, I'd rather make up something else. Honestly, like Maya's still alive would be my go, but what did Maya know? Did Maya know that Nate killed her? I mean, Brad says, it was Melissa and Wilden putting Arya in a box on the Halloween train. Oh, it was Wilden. It wasn't Ren. Oh, sorry, I got confused there. So then, is that what Marlene said? Did Marlene say it was Wilden that pushed her or that Ren pushed her? Because I thought she said Ren pushed her. Maybe I'm wrong. Maria Ann says, I agree, Rena, but they're obviously unstable, so who knows their thought process exactly. Denise says to Brad, yeah, all this time I thought it was Wilden. There you go. It probably was Wilden, guys. I always got Wilden and Ren mixed up, and I apologize about that. Maria Ann says, I really didn't understand, though, how Mary knew where Alex was when she was about 10, so why not try and make up for lost time? Very good point. Rena says, MC, totally agree. Why have all these unanswered questions? It's just dumb. Almost as dumb as the new layers starting the exact same way, and I think they are going to have Ali and M kill her. I mean, seriously, it's just so ridiculous. Like, I get that she was trying to do that to make come full circle, but give them different lines. Like, we knew. It all became predictable. You knew when the other girl came back that, I'm sorry, freaked me out because she looked a little bit like Leslie Stone. I'm sorry, who else agrees? I was like, oh my God, is that Leslie Stone with a wig? Like, I really thought it was Leslie Stone. When she came back and she's like, Addison's missing. I thought I heard a scream. We knew you were going to say that because you're all saying the same freaking line that everyone else did. Oh, so dumb. Where am I? Denise says, yeah, I agree. She should be pissed at Mary, not Spencer. Yeah, exactly. MC says, yes, I remember, Tori. I just think it's ridiculous that he stalked Emily and killed Maya, and we didn't know this. Yes, exactly. Why couldn't he have said, Maya still said she loved you as I killed her or something? Yes. Thank you, MC. That would have been brilliant. At least we would know. Angels of Erised says, Marlene said she spent 2 years just to come up with this. Yes, and that's what I was saying. It was one thing to watch the finale. Another thing to find out she took 2 years to come up with this lame crap. Literally, she could have picked any random fan theory on YouTube and it would have been better. She must have seen loads. Yeah, absolutely. Arya's first wedding dress was hideous, but I liked her short one. I agree. But yeah, absolutely, Angels of Erised. I so don't get it either. Laura B says, why the hell was this Nicole story played out as so long? Was it just to give AD a chance to call Arya? I don't know. So dumb, I would have loved Nicole answers. Yeah, me too. Like, what the hell was going on there? So that means, again, so things that weren't answers that we've seen that were questioned have now been confirmed as being true. For example, Ezra was going to see Nicole all that time. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, that just makes it worse. I would have preferred Ezra to have been AD and going off to do AD stuff rather than seeing Nicole. Ugh. Anyway, Skylar says, me too, Laura. Denise says, what about Manhole Peter Hastings? Yeah. Was the actor not available, or did they just not write the man who made AD into the storyline? I would have liked to see his reaction to learning Spencer had a twin. Yeah, me too. That would have been good. The only dad that came back, I think, was Byron. Sorry, what am I up to, guys? Here we are. Angel Vera says to Laura B, I know, right? The Nicole storyline was such a waste of time. Then one day she was just gone. Pointless. Yes. And you know what else was pointless? Melissa Hastings. I love Tori DeVito. I thought she was fabulous on the show. If she was AD, that would have been great. It would have explained a lot. But Marlene was asked in that ET live interview thing, they said to her, so Melissa was just a red herring? And Marlene goes, yeah, Melissa was simply a red herring. She was part of the NAT club. She buried Bethany Young, but other than that, yeah, she was a red herring. Are you kidding me? She was a red herring all this time? Ridiculous. All those people that theorized that Melissa was AD, I feel so bad for all of you. And the ones that theorized that she was A. Melissa's been theorized about constantly throughout the series. Tina Love says, I'm also unhappy about Jason not being in the finale. Me too. I feel like Marlene should try to do everything in her power to bring important characters back. Jason definitely made more sense to me than Alex, for sure. I think everyone that we know would have made more sense than Alex, but definitely Jason would. Suze Blue says, all the stories we never got answered should have been created in the first place. Yep, I agree. It would have been better than this. Angels Verised says, yes, Jason would have made more sense, but then again, virtually anyone would have made more sense than what we got. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, on the same wavelength. Denise says, oh, at the prom with the fairy tale theme? Yeah, I love those outfits. Yeah, they were pretty cool. I loved Emily's one. I really loved that one. Wendy says, hey, Francois. Hey, Wendy. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, hated the finale. I didn't necessarily hate the idea of twin sub, but actually seeing it played out and the horrible story, it was the worst. Yes. So it was one thing that Spencer had a twin. It was another thing that whole, like, backstory and connection that was just totally crap, and it made it worse. If they had a good backstory, I might have forgiven Marlene for the twin reveal, but the backstory was just terrible. Brad says Sasha looked adorable in that pug sweater. They looked and they looked amazing. Yeah, I liked it. I thought she just looked cute in the pug sweater, to be honest. Jenna takes her galoshes off and flips off Alex, and Ada said, yeah, that would have been great. Skylar says, oh, the blonde Halloween twins were just ghosts. Yeah, they were. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And how Marlene was talking about the ghost that saw Ashley. She's like, oh, yeah, that was just a ghost. I mean, we had a Halloween episode, so we threw a ghost in there. Seriously, Marlene? You couldn't have told us that then? Why are we finding this out now? That's what infuriates me. The ghost didn't matter at all. And honestly, people stopped thinking about the ghost. So why, like, people stopped connecting it. We just wanted to know what it meant. Why did Marlene not tell us that all that time ago? Why didn't she just say, just so you know, this is just a ghost. It doesn't mean anything. It was just a ghost. Like, seriously. Scarlett says, really, Marlene? There we go. We sum it up in 2 words. There's my new, the new title for my biography. Hashtag, really, Marlene. Laura B says they should have had Jenna drop her phone on the ground after she hung up with Toby, then pick it up straight up instead of feeling around for it. Yeah, Laura, that would have worked for me too. Absolutely. Wendy says the Aria not having kids things was sad, but totally agree with you. Was not at all important for the episode. Also wasn't a fan of the Caleb drama going on. Exactly. We did not need any of that. Yes, I feel sorry for Aria. Yes, I felt bad for Caleb arguing. We did not need it. And honestly, it was so depressing seeing Caleb argue. And as I said, it took me back, the Aria Ezra wedding thing took me back to the first Sex and the City movie. It's almost like they copied that, but they just added AD in there. Because remember, if you've seen it, Kerry goes to marry Big, but then Big doesn't show up. So they have this whole thing where they go away, and then right at the end, Kerry gets married. And I hated that first movie because it just took so long to get to where you need to go. And this finale did the same thing. It just stretched out this Ezria wedding and just didn't need to. Skylar says, everyone is saying that Marlene didn't write the ending and to not blame her, but as the showrunner, she decided which direction the show goes in, so I'm blaming her. I agree. Exactly right, Skylar. Angels Vera says to Skylar, right, that answer infuriated me. Yeah, that little blonde girl showing up in the Marin house was just a random ghost, despite it being exactly the same actress as in the twin story. Exactly. Thank you, Angels. Isabella says, ghosts? This is PLL, not Ravenswood. There's a reason why that show flopped. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, if we're not going to have Ella reveal herself to be Piper and do a Power of 3 spell with Arya, then, I mean, sorry, we don't need any of that stuff. Debbie says, hated Hannah's dress. Arya's original wedding dress was horrific. The shorter one was much better. Yeah, absolutely. Okay is here. Hey, okay. Okay says, I agree, Skylar. It's completely her fault, and it's ridiculous she doesn't know things about her own show. Yes. Totally ridiculous. Totally unforgivable. How long has there been since the wrap-up of the finale and now? I mean, she could have had assistants going back through everything and making little notes for her. It's just unforgivable. Really, it's unprofessional as well. MC says, absolute Skylar, I said the same thing. Suze Blue says, I enjoyed the episode so much. I really did like the reveal, and the fake reveals got me screaming, haha, just wish there was more of a backstory. There you go. So yeah, I definitely agree about the backstory with you. Tina says, I had a feeling like the cast didn't really like the finale, but they couldn't say anything bad about it because they're still under Marlene's spell. Yeah, exactly, Tina. That's exactly right. We were waiting for their checks. They were still under contract. They couldn't say anything bad. The only one who got it right was Ian Harding when he said, the first time I read it, it didn't make sense. Yeah, you're totally right, Ian Harding. I will follow your career just because you are the one who said the truth. Suze Blue said, imagine how good it would have been if Alex was revealed as Black Veil. Yeah, much better. MC says, it was all too rushed at the end, Suze Blue. It certainly was all too rushed. Under contract. Yep, absolutely. Lisa B is here. Hey, Lisa B. And she says, the way the writers and producers are treating the fans who only want answers, not in defense of those sending death threats, is just impudent. It's ridiculous. Alias says, I thought it was Wilden and Melissa. Yeah, it probably was Wilden. I just got confused. Sorry about that. Skylar says, no, Marlene said Wilden, I'm thinking you're saying there, pushed Arya. Yeah, you corrected yourself. Yeah, Wilden pushed Arya. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Lisa says, oh, and by the way, you are so adorable. I just found your channel some weeks ago, but I'm glad I did. Oh, thanks, Lisa B. Hope you've subscribed. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for being here. Maria Ann says, they don't care, Lisa, because they don't need an ambulance. Oh, my God. They don't care, Lisa, because they don't need an audience to tune in anymore. Yeah, exactly. Certainly don't need an ambulance, Francois. Well done. MC says to Lisa, death threats. Really? Wow, I'm not happy, but it's only a TV show, for goodness sakes. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Fans have been going like off the hook as well, but even fans that are just asking the nicest things, they're getting the worst responses. It's ridiculous. Wendy says, was it mentioned if Melissa knew about Alex Drake? Or was it only Ren and Charlotte that knew? I think it's odd Melissa wasn't included in the story. Completely agree. Yeah, like I don't think Melissa did know about her. Denise says, all this time Jenna has been antagonized as the liar's enemy, and in the finale she is randomly nice and helpful. They should have at least had a heart-to-heart to end things on good terms. Completely agree. Jenna saved the day. Say what you want, but Jenna saved the day. They definitely should have all made up by the end. Isabella says, wasn't that Wilden and Melissa? Yes, it was. I'm sorry. Tori says, hey, guys, I'm going to go. I might pop back in, but I'm writing my version of the ending. Lol, wish me luck. No problems, Tori. You go and write your version of the ending. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to read it. MC says, yes, I think so, Isabella. It was. Lisa B says to MC, yeah, just like they bullied the actress that played Paige. Yeah, exactly. Debbie says, sorry for the incorrect info on Troyan misinformation. I saw the interview and they referred to the finale, so I must have crossed the story. My bad. Never tried to misinform. Suze Blue says to MC, yeah, I know, but I still really enjoyed it regardless. The only thing was I'd have liked more backstory rather than the last 10 episodes. Yeah, completely agree. MC says, bye, Tori. Skylar says, what did Alex do during the year jump? Yeah, I mean, she built the family house. Why did Alex come back? I have no clue why Alex came back. Maybe because Mary went to jail, but I don't know. Maria Ann says, yes, that girl did look like Leslie Stone. Yeah, didn't she? Oh my God, that was my thought. I'm like, oh my God, it's Leslie Stone. Amy says, yeah, she looked like Leslie. Just realized that. Yeah, it freaked me out. I'm like, oh my God, Leslie's back. She's back as a little girl. I mean, it gave me Orphan the film flashbacks. Like, Leslie's back. She's playing a little girl, and she's infiltrating her way into this group. Really freaky. Tina says to MC, yeah, that's true. I feel like Troyan saved the ending in some way. Without her, it would suck even more. I'm glad for Troyan that she got to play the role. From an acting perspective, it was fantastic. From a character perspective and looking at your Spencer, your Alex, I hated the Alex thing. Like, I hated Alex's character. MC says, yes, she did. Rena says, what was the point of Kate May? Who knows? That night? Who knows? What was the point of the NAT club? It was such a cool storyline. Completely agree. They should have a spin-off called NAT. The NAT videos were the cause of all the blackmail Rosewood. Exactly. The NAT videos were what started it all. Ali found the videos. She used it to blackmail everyone that she thought was A. Exactly. I mean, that's how you would have come full circle. Alias says, have you all seen any trolls today? I haven't. No, Alias, I haven't. But thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. Yeah, guys, I think I'm behind again. Just a moment. Maria Ann says, I don't think Marlene has a point in anything, honestly. No, I don't think she does either. MC says, in reality, I don't think about 4.5 seasons of the show meant anything. I don't think 6.5 seasons meant anything. I mean, I think Mona's one was great all the way up to her reveal. Everything was excellent. Mona being revealed as A was a huge shock to me. I didn't know how I felt about Mona then. Like, I'm all hashtag Queen Mona now, but at the time, I was sort of taking and leaving her, but I loved the reveal. It was all great. And then from the Cece reveal, it all just really went downhill. MC says, in reality, I don't think about, sorry, I've read that. Suze Blue says, when Aria first said she couldn't have kids, for a split second, I thought it could have been her on the AD team that has pregnated Allison. Now, that would have been a great betrayal. Yes, Suze Blue. See, there you go. That works. If you're writing a book, add that into the book. Isabella says, I have to go, but I'll rewatch later. Hang in there, guys. Bye, Francois. Sending love to all. Mwah. Isabella, thank you for being with us. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Rena says, oh, and Bethany, what was the point of Bethany? Not explaining what really happened that night kind of makes Bethany's whole storyline pointless just to push Marion. Yeah, that's it. That's what Marlene said. Bethany pushed Marion, and then she was asked again about Bethany, and the interviewers and Marlene agreed, oh, we've covered that. We don't have to go any further into talking about Bethany at all. Yeah. MC says, bye, Isabella. Bye, Isabella. Everyone's saying bye, Isabella, which is really nice. Denise says, and we know for sure Marlene watched theories because in an interview, Troyan said Marlene would send her theories she found online. There you go. Esther's here. Hey, Esther. She says, hi, darlings. Hi, Esther. One of the many questions I have, what did Alex do in the 5 years when Cece was locked up? Yeah. Who knows? Laura B says, right, Francois, Melissa's entire existence was pointless. Yeah, exactly. It was. I mean, even Marlene admitted going, yeah, she was a total red herring. I hate that because I loved Tori DeVito in PLL. She was amazing. Maria Ann says, hi, Esther. Tina says, I swear my 3-year-old daughter would have come up with a better ending. I reckon your 3-year-old daughter would have too. This show has so much potential at the start. It could end great if someone else was in charge of it. Yeah, exactly. So it was funny. I was talking to my friend, who you guys know. I was talking to him the other day after he saw the finale, and we were saying that Marlene, you know, she obviously, unfortunately, couldn't come up with some ideas. But Marlene, being that I think she's a lesbian, she might be bi, but let's say she's a lesbian, does really well with lesbian characters. And we said maybe she needs some gay guys around her to improve the show. We meant it in the nicest possible way, though, obviously. But yeah, we were sort of saying maybe if she could have some gay guys around her, it would have been better. Although they would have loved Jenna on the horse, I must say. All the gays probably love that. Okay. Where are we? MC says, Denise, in an interview I linked on one of Francois' videos, Marlene actually said that Troyan had sent her a fan theory where Spencer had a twin and it was brilliant. She obviously stole it. Yes, you did. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so that was just, yeah. Of all of the theory videos she could have taken, she took that one. Like, I don't know. Laura B says, too many characters, too many plot holes. Completely agree. Esther says, Alex never visited Cece. Really big love between them. Yeah. Good one, Esther. Suze Blue says, the last scene was stupid and cringeworthy, not needed, and certainly didn't promote her new show. Of course she can. She's Mona. Should so have been the very last line of the show. What a way to end. I agree with you, Suze Blue. That would be a great way to end. The last line being that. Yes. Laura B says, how epic would it have been if the fans could have seen the entire pilot plot holes in their entirety? Yeah, would have been much better. MC says, agreed, Suze. Denise says to Suze Blue, that would have actually been pretty shocking, but amazing, a much better ending. Her and Ezra could have been AD together. Absolutely. Right now, and I hate to say it, I feel like Ezra being Arya's author or Ezra writing the book would have been a much better reveal than what we got, and you guys know I did not want to see that. Rena says, yes, the whole new liars scene made me cringe so bad. It was just, yeah, it was just terrible. Laura B says, like the whole first episode itself, in and end that way. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Alias says, wait, ghosts exist in PLL? WTF? Yeah, so in the Halloween episode, Ashley Merrin goes, she sees this girl that she thinks is a girl, ends up being a ghost. Yeah, ghost exists on PLL Halloween episodes. Brad says, bye off to bed, might be at next chat. My alternate AD reveal would have been Eric Kahn since he liked playing games. Good one. Night, Brad. See you at the next chat. Mrs. Axilia says, I thought there were no supernatural elements in PLL. Yeah, exactly. So did I. But, I mean, a lot of people complain with the CC reveal about the sci-fi thing. So, I mean, it's not, you know, too far to go. Then again, as I say, why not make Ella Piper and do a Power 3 spell to boot? I mean, you might as well. The final episode was bad enough. I mean, could have done a little spell. Could have been fun. Rena says, I really wish they used Melissa. She was such a shady character. And aside from Mona, she had the most actual motive against the girls. She lost both her relationships and her baby because of the girls in one way or another. It makes no sense she was involved in every major event with no real answer as to why. Exactly right. After all that time, she was a red herring. I agree with you, Rena. Maria and Alias are saying bye, Brad. Ellen says, I'm so late, I'm so sorry. I need to go to my local Radley, kind of, haha. But I am rewriting the ending at the moment, already on 1,750 words, but I'm close to the end. That is awesome, Ellen. Keep writing. As I said in the terms and conditions, it needs to be 1,000 words. The reason I'm saying this is for me to read it out. If you guys want to send me 20,000 words on your ending, that's great. Send me 50,000 words. Send me 100,000. Wonderful. I'm only going to read out 1,000 words. But you can send me as many words as you want for me to read, because I love reading, so that'll be great. And I'd love to see any alternate ending to what they gave us. So good on you, Ellen. MC says, in one breath, Marlene says that they couldn't get people back on the show contractually, so they had to change things. Then the next breath, she had this plan 2 years ago. Make up your mind, Marlene. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, WTF. Ellen, MC says, hi, Ellen. Brad says, everybody died in Ravenswood while no one dies in Rosewood. I stopped watching Ravenswood, so I'll take your word on that. Ellen says to MC, hi. Esther says, hi, Ellen. Really curious about your rewrite. Yes, we all are. Can't wait to get it. And if you guys are doing a rewrite for the Pretty Little Liars ending, then I can't wait for you to send it to me either. I hope I get a lot of rewrites from you guys. And I'm definitely doing one myself. I've started doing it, and I will read it out to you guys as well, so you'll get to hear mine. Esther says, hi, Ellen. No, sorry, read that. Blair says, hey, I'm here, but listening from work, but I'll try to get some combos in. Sweet. Thanks, Blair, for being here. Maria Ann says, hey, Blair. MC says, hi, Blair. We love you, Blair. Skylar says, my thing is you should think about contractual issues and plan out at least 3 alternative endings that work and answer things. Yes, I mean, come on. When they did the Toby reveal, they had Toby, Paige, and Caleb all as possible suspects to be the reveal on the AD team. What, in 2 years you only came up with Alex? No. And I mean, even if you count with Ren, you only count with Alex and Ren? No. Where's the third one? I mean, I'm sorry. Ridiculous. Okay. Denise says, for me, full circle was Mona controlling her dolls again. Hashtag Queen Mona forever. Seriously, I'm just pretending that last scene didn't happen. And the last line for me was, of course she can. She's Mona. Yeah, I think I'm going to be in denial about that very last scene as well and go with that because that makes it end really well. Rena says we would all have better endings. Literally seen phenomenal theories on here. We should just rewrite the ending our way and make Marlene figure it out. Exactly right. Feel free to rewrite your endings. Send them to me, guys, and I'll see if I can send them to Marlene for you. Ellen says to Esther, well, oh, am I throwing all the good characters? Don't want to miss things. Yes, no, I hope so. Rena says, I'll be sending you mine, my hubby's reaction faces, lol. They aren't happy faces, that's for sure. And I have a second one with who we wanted as AD. Excellent, that will be great. If any of you guys do reaction videos and you want me to see them, send me the link either when this is uploaded or to my email. I would love to see it. I saw Aurora Galore's and I loved hers. I would love to see you guys if you did some. Tina says, wouldn't it be better if it was Allison's twin, not Spencer's? The show at the start is based on her. Wouldn't it be better if it finished with her? For me, Allison's character was very boring this season. I agree that it was more boring than she was. But yeah, I mean, it probably would have made more sense if it was Sasha playing both roles. Denise says to Skylar, she agrees. Ellen says, warning, there will be lots of plot holes. I just like to write how it plays out instead of having everything to be right. No, that's totally fine, Ellen. Whatever you write, I'm sure I'm going to love it. Like, I love that we're attempting to rewrite this ending. So, you know, go ahead. This is your creation, and I can't wait to read it. MC says, if Marlene didn't keep saying there are no coincidences in Rosewood and everything happens for a reason, we wouldn't have wasted so much time obsessing over everything. I think it became too hard for them. Yes, MC, exactly. Marlene put herself in this position saying there are no coincidences in Rosewood. So why the heck say that for? If she'd never said that, different story. Chilling in the fridge, hey, says, wait, people are sending death threats to Marlene. What's happening with that? Yeah, so you guys need to explain more of that. What I know about for sure is that some of the writers and stuff and people that worked on PLL were being very rude to the fans. So that's the side I know. And the fans were apparently asking legitimate questions, like, for example, you know, what did Maya know? And that's it. They weren't being rude. They were just saying, no, I'm just wondering, what did Maya know? And they, like, blasted at them, which is totally ridiculous. Alias says, is Alias a good name? I think it is. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a very good name. Rena says, yes, Alias, it's an awesome name. Esther says to Ellen, can't be more worse than Marlene's plot holes. Already got an idea on your AD. MC says, hydrate, Francois. Thank you, MC. I will. Thank you. Once again, this Radley Sanitarium therapy session is brought to us by Vanilla Coke. Vanilla Coke, drink it now. Ellen says, to Alias, your name gave me inspiration for my story. Thank you. That's awesome, Ellen. Don't give away who your AD is. I don't want to know. I want to read it and be surprised. Laura B says, I wish Alex would have captured the entire Hastings family. Yeah, that would have been better. Maria Ann says, Marlene will probably say everyone made up in her head. That seems to be her answer to everything. Yeah, probably. Ellen says to Esther, let's just say they don't work alone. Maria Ann says that would have been cool, Laura. Blair says, in Marlene's interview, she basically said the reason why Ren and Melissa's roles were so underdeveloped was because the actors could only be on set for one day. Yes, Blair. She did say that. However, as other people were saying, she could have planned this way in advance and not had to deal with this. The fact that she chose to deal with it at the last minute, that's her fault. Wendy says, I also didn't like the Lucas dancing scene and Jenna on a horse thing. That scene was such a dumb opener. I wish they would have started the episode where the last one ended. Didn't make sense to me. Yeah, I completely agree. Jenna looked great in a horse, and Lucas looked good in, it looked like he was wearing a sequin thing, but maybe I'm just imagining that he was wearing a sequin thing. What they were wearing was great. Other than that, didn't make any sense. Rena says, and yes, Jenna's character deserves so much more. I like her as a life coach, but I just love her character. She is an amazing actress, and not to mention, if it wasn't for Jenna, we'd have Alex as Spencer. Yeah, true. We would. That's a very good point. Yeah, I agree. She does deserve so much more. Tammin Sursok is an amazing actress. Look, I already, as you guys know, knew her from Home and Away here in Australia. And then she went on to America and did other things, and then eventually ended up on Pretty Little Liars. She is amazing. So I hope she goes on to do other great things. She did a great film. What was it called? You May Now Kill the Bride or something like that. Definitely watch that. I would recommend, because she's absolutely like Jenna in that film, except she can see. So I liked that. Alia says, thanks, Rena. You're on the team, and I don't have the rest. Give me a sec. Yeah, thanks for your own team, and that's awesome, Ellen, but it wasn't my fault you made your story. Rena says, and a dead Ezra, lol, and all because of Jenna, awesome mode. Yeah. Blair says, but if that is the case, that you could only have Red and Melissa for one day, didn't you have nearly a whole season to plan for their absence as a writer? Exactly right. Rena says, nose not mode. And a dead Ezra, lol, and all because of Jenna, awesome mode. Yes, exactly right, Rena. Saucy Bray is here. Hey, Saucy Bray. Thank you for being here. Lisa B says, to chill in the fridge. Well, some fans are just going nuts, just like they went nuts when that Spaleb thing was happening. There you go. Esther says to Ellen, oh, let me know when you are done and where I can find it. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to read Ellen's story, and I can't wait to read all of your stories. Debbie says, I do have a thought. The movie The Bad Sea was one of my favorites as a little girl. Thought that was cool. There you go. Alias says, could I read your story? Perhaps Ellen. I'll leave that for Ellen to answer. Denise says, if they make a spin-off where Jason comes on, I'm all for it. Me too. I wouldn't even care for the storyline. I'll be there for Drew Van Acker. Oh, Denise, me too. Rena says, you know what an awesome ending would have been? Alex trapping Peter in the house and Kenneth, lol. That would have been better. Oh, yes, that would have been great. And having them, like, see each other and yell at each other. Rather than Spencer and Ezra, it could have been Kenneth and Peter. That would have been great. Blair says, I think I figured out what bugs me most about the Alex reveal. It's that this show is supposed to be a group mystery, but with Alex, you don't need any liar besides Spencer for the final reveal. Yes, that's a very good point. Yeah, absolutely. Ellen says to Esther and Alias, yeah, of course, when it's done, does anyone know a place where I can post it? Alias says, I don't know, Ellen. Lisa B says, it's just sad that some of us spend nearly a decade watching the show when we might have noticed it was getting worse. Spaceship CC reveal, yeah. Blair says, it's just annoying when you could take out every other liar's story besides Spencer and the big reveal works. Bad mystery writing for a show about a group of friends. Absolutely. Saucy Bryce says, yesterday Marlene said in an interview that Eddie Lamb just left town. Yeah, so we were saying that earlier, Saucy Bryce, and it's just ridiculous how she said that. Denise says, was there even a meaning behind the stupid puzzle? I don't think there was, because it definitely didn't relate to Alex. So that really pissed me off, I have to say, Denise. Tina says, Denise, Drew Van Acker, a.k.a. Jason, is so good looking. I'd marry him in a heartbeat. And I'm with you, girl. He is very good looking, very dishy, as they say. Skylar says, nope to Denise about the puzzle. Saucy Bryce says, what was the meaning of those drawings? Yeah, who knows? Just quickly, speaking of like who's good looking in the show. One of you guys gave me the recommendation to watch King Cobra with what's his name, with Toby Keegan Allen. I did watch it, and oh my god, it was so good. I loved it. So if you haven't seen King Cobra, definitely watch it. When you first search King Cobra, I think it comes up with golf clubs or something, or like snakes or whatever. So it's King Cobra the film. I think it's 2016 or something. It's a really good film. So yeah, Saucy Bride, I don't know what the meaning was of the drawings. Doesn't make sense in retrospect now that we've seen the finale. Maria Ann says, yes, Saucy, because she said he was a nice guy, WTF. Yeah. Saucy Bride says, what was the meaning of the comic book? Yeah, we don't know. It just doesn't seem to make any sense. And if we ask Marlene, here is Marlene King's answer on what was the meaning of the comic book. Oh, the comic book? Oh, it was a red herring. Yeah, yeah, we needed some more red herrings. It was a red herring. And of course the interviewers will go, of course. Ugh, I need to interview Marlon King. MC says, don't you think the contractors who built the doll's house in Alex's dungeon and underground town might have questioned what they were for? If I was asked to build a glass prison, I would go to the cops. Yes, absolutely, MC, I agree. Blair says to Saucy Bry, I was so annoyed when she said Eddie Lamb just left town and moved to Florida. Yeah, totally. Ellen says, oh, Francois, I got the gay couple settled in my story. Plus, I brought Jason and Mike back. Oh, yay, Ellen. Ellen says, I'm so excited about my story. I've been writing for 2 hours straight. That is so cool. I love that you have been doing that. I know that I love writing when I have the same thing, and I don't even realize, and I'll look at the time and go, oh my god, I've been writing for 2 hours. How the heck does that happen? Shows how much you loved what you were doing. I can't wait to read it. Wendy says, I might be alone in this, but the Alex character made me cringe. I'm not too savvy on how different accents sound. I love accents too, but it didn't sound British to me. Side note, I kind of hoped that maybe Lucas was in a relationship with Charlotte and it could have given him motivation to be AD. I agree, yes. Esther says to Ellen, I don't know either. Are you good in editing? Maybe you can post it on YouTube. Maybe. Saucy Bryce says, me too, to Blair. Angela says, that's true. Where are the gay males in PLL? Need some gay male characters. Yeah, that's what I keep saying. And if Marlene is a lesbian, I'm surprised that she hasn't put two guys together in the show. I just don't get it. If we can have Emily have all these girlfriends, if we can have Charlotte be transgender, how can we not just have two guys get together? Even if they don't matter. Even if it's Holden and Mike. Like, even if it's two side characters. I'm surprised it never happened. I really am. Denise says to Tina, oh, yes, I would marry him too. Then again, the male cast was all good-looking. Tyler, Caleb, is such a babe as well, and Noel as well. Yeah, exactly. Tyler, Blackburn, Noel, Jason, Toby, the list goes on. Not so much Ezra for me. But Mike, for sure. The list goes on and on. Ellen says to Esther, oh, no, that would be bad. There you go. Wendy says, maybe Lucas was in a relationship with Charlotte and it could have given him motivation to be AD. Yes, it would make more sense. Skylar says, I'm just upset all the actors were saying it's brilliant and either the actors are kissing or narrow-minded. If I was part of the show, I would have said, Marlene, this is not good. It answers nothing. Yeah, me too. Ellen says to Esther, it will be cheesy music and too little time to read. Haha, I'm not good with editing. We'll get it out there somehow, Ellen, I promise. Blair says, ditto on the Bethany Young under development. PLL only spent a whole season and a half on the character and made it the reason Spencer and then Ali got arrested. Yeah. Stupid. MC says they were probably contracted to say that. They probably were, but still not happy that they've lied. Esther says to Ellen, well, almost every vid on YouTube, people can pause. I don't know what you're talking about there. Maria Ann says, got to go, but I'll watch the rest back later. Happy chatting all. Thanks, Maria Ann. Appreciate you being here. MC and Esther say, bye, Maria. Suze Blue says, I need to go soon. No. I promise I will make the next one. Maybe not the spontaneous ones, but I'll try. We are moving house this weekend, so I'll be really busy, but I'll try. Oh, thanks, Suze Blue. I know that if you don't make the chats, you watch them, so that's totally fine, because you always comment. Denise says, full circle could have been Ali dying and the spin-off could have been Emily taking care of Emerson's babies. Yeah, absolutely. Tina says to Denise, yeah, Caleb was great, but they destroyed his character the minute he got with Spencer. And then after this, everything went downhill with his character. I have to say I disagree, but, you know, the cheese stands alone. I'm definitely a plum in this situation. I like Spayberg, but that was just me. I felt like they connected intellectually. But the scene at the end when Toby says, tell me what the poem was in the book he gave me, and Spencer tells him, and I bawled my eyes out, it was then I knew Spoby was meant to be. Ellen says to Esther, haha, true, but I think reading is the nicest when you can just do it on your own time without having to pause. Good point. Blair says, love you all too. We love you, Blair. Rena says, Denise, so agree. Noel is such a babe. Even as a villain, he was sexy. I completely agree. I wish they would have explained his involvement too. Like, did he just help because it was the cool, edgy thing to do? Yeah, exactly. Like, who knows? That's why I want the answer as well. Like, why did he do it? In Rosewood to join the A-team. I love that. Is it because it was the cool, edgy thing to do in Rosewood to join the A-team? Yes, it definitely was. Esther says to Ellen, that's true. Maybe someone else knows a good site. MC says, no, Denise, I would have hated Ali dying. That's one good thing to come out of it. For once, the gay couple both lived, stayed together, and were happy. They usually die, go crazy, or end up going straight. Yep. Very good point. Esther says, I would join it in a sec, Rena. Yeah. We have someone named Mafalda here. Hello, Mafalda. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining us. She says, hey there, I'm Mafalda from Portugal. I've been watching your chats and I agree with what you say. I was really looking forward for the finale for a reaction similar to when we found out that Mona was A. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. So it was very disappointing. But thank you for being here, Mafalda. Alias says, when is the story due? We don't have a due date for it yet. Like, it'll come up at some point soon. But as many as you, whoever wants to do it, go ahead. All it takes is opening up a Word document or whatever you're using. If you use Apple, type up your own version and send it to my email. I'll type my email again later on for those of you who didn't get it. Mafalda says, maybe if Spencer's bad twin was revealed earlier in the season, maybe we would have time to get used to the idea. Yeah, absolutely, Mafalda. Yeah, we've been saying that as well. Like, why couldn't they introduce her earlier? Angels of Erised says, why did Leslie Stone have loads of fake glasses? What was the point in her? She randomly disappeared and was never explained, right? Where was Lucas in the finale? And what was the point in his comic? Absolutely. All of those very good points and very good questions. Don't know what the heck was the point of Leslie Stone. As Marlene would say, oh, she was a red herring. So, yeah, the point in her, she was a red herring. Randomly disappeared. Yeah, she didn't want to stay there. Leslie was a good girl and she wanted to get out of Rosewood. She was a red herring. Gosh, I feel like I could write one of those, like, parody songs and just have Marlene go, she was a red herring, she was a red herring, she was a red herring, she was a red herring. Anyway, where was Lucas in the finale? Yeah, except for the fact that he was tapping his way through Rosewood. Yeah, I completely agree. He should have had a whole lot more to do with it. And I don't know the point of the comic at all. Mafalda says, and it would be interesting to see how we would react to the girls' reaction. Would they be suspicious? Would they find out? I don't know. I think it happened so much stuff. It was a very strange finale. It really, really was, wasn't it, Mafalda? Saucy Ray says, I'm just really annoyed that they basically made Alex some random person, the street, and that she didn't, from the street, and she didn't know anyone but Cece and Ren. Yeah, ridiculous. Angel says, so many questions outstanding. Who was the fragile patient who witnessed Marion's death? Yeah. Why did Melissa have a mask made? Yeah. Why, this is my question, why do we not see a scene with Bethany Young and Mrs. D? They made such a big deal about Mrs. D and Bethany Young. We never got to see a scene with them. We never saw a flashback. Ridiculous. Denise says, Tarina, yes, Noel is so sexy. His smile is kind of hot. And with him, yes, I would join the A-team. Yeah, me too. MC says, let's get Ella, Ashley, and Veronica or Pam to come together, do the power of 3 spell, and make the last 2 seasons go away. The power of 3 will set us free from the last 2 seasons of PLL. I love that, MC. I can't wait for our charm chat. Those of you that are new to the chat, we are going to have a charm chat coming up very soon. Alias says, Ezra Fitzgerald, Alison De Laurentiis, Mona Vanderwall, so many possibilities. Exactly, and they didn't go with any of them. Angels of Erised says, how did Alison get the stab wound scar? What was the point in Cyrus Petrello? And why did Ali get him to confess to kidnapping her and then help him escape? No idea. Remember, you guys, when I thought that Cyrus could have been AD and I was really scared about it? Cyrus would have been a better AD, and that is saying something. And I want to know how Alison got the scar as well. Are you talking about the scar on her lip? That's what I'm talking about. How did she get that thing on her lip? Like, we still don't know. Spencer H is here. Hey, Spencer H. Spencer H says, I just wanted no more twins, no more secret children, no more Scooby-Doo masks, no more accidental murders. Yeah, exactly. Turns out Mona accidentally killed Charlotte, wore a Melissa mask, and AD was both a twin and a secret child. Thank you, Marlene. RIP 7 years. Couldn't have put it better myself. Another great title for another autobiography for me. Thank you, Marlene. RIP 7 years. I love that. Saucy Bryce says, can you read the endings in a live chat? I can certainly try to do it in a live chat if you guys want. Yeah, sure. That'd be great. It'd give me more time to read it and you guys could comment on it. Absolutely. Skylar says, Spencer H, are you really Spencer or Alex? Lol. Good question. Alias says, I want to make my room my lair, but I'm scared people will think I'm creepy. It's not about what other people think, Alias. At the end of the day, you can only do you. That's the way I see it. You know, you need to be you. Hang on. I am so way behind. Angel says to Spencer, yes, I know he was such his was such a bad finale and a total cop-out. Who are we talking about? This was such a bad finale and total cop-out. Yes, Angels, it was. Blair says, side note here, can someone send me where we were sending our rewritten finales, because I started outlining mine last night as a real finale palette cleanse. Yes, you send them to my email, and I'm going to send you my email right now, everyone. Once again, I ask for your discretion. Please do not give my email out in any of the videos that you comment on, and I certainly am not going to say my email in videos because my videos are public. I only want you guys to know because you're part of the family. Okay. Alias says, and I'm not creepy, lol. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the day, the toughest lesson that I've had to learn in life is it's not what other people think of you, it's what you think of yourself. So if you want to do it, I say go ahead and do it. Be an individual, Alias. Spencer says to Skylar, don't you dare compare me with that cartoon character. Hello, do you like said Viv? No, we love you, Spencer H. Mev W is here. Hey, Mev. It's been a while. And Mev says, boo, ha ha ha, love it. MC says, Spencer H, that sounds like something Alex would say. Angels of Aerostate is laughing, so is Esther. Suze Blue says, Francois, do we send our picture to your email address or via Instagram? I'd love to be part of the family. Yeah, Suze Blue, pictures and stories to the email. It just makes it easier. You can send it on Facebook if you have me on Facebook. Instagram just makes it harder for me to deal with, to do it the way I'm doing it. But Facebook is fine. Email is the preference. Angel said you sent it to, yes, that is the correct address. Again, I'm not going to read it out, but Angels, that is the correct address. Amy says, hey, Francois, do you think Ma is regretting her final choices? Totally, Amy. Thank you for being here. I totally think she's regretting it. It was a stupid decision. Any other person, especially if it wasn't a twin, would have been better than what she did. But that's her legacy, and she has to deal with it. Skylar says, haha, if they couldn't get Ren and Melissa, there are other characters they could have tied the plot holes to. Yeah, exactly. They didn't have to stick with those two. Spencer says to MC, sorry, I don't know any freaking poems in French to prove it's me. Good comeback, Spencer H. MC says, oh, you are definitely Alex. Oh, I love our family. It's good that we can laugh. Blair says to Ellen, can't wait to read your story too. Maybe we can both publish it on a fanfic site. Yeah, that'd be cool. If you do, let me know what your name is. so I can look you up. I'm on both fanfiction.net and I'm also on Fiction Press, which is the original book. So fanfic, obviously, fiction's about TV shows and books and all that, that you take ideas from, where Fiction Press is original stuff that you come up with on your own. And I'm on both of those sites, so let me know. Landon says, I made it, Francois. You did, Landon. Landon, I have a question for you. Were you the person that sent Marlene that question about Noel and who was the other person? Noel and Sarah Harvey. Someone named Landon sent that to Marlene, and she only answered the Sarah Harvey thing, but not the Noel thing. If you see my video, I'm saying, is that my Landon? The Landon comment below and let me know. Let me know, Landon. You guys, we've got about 10 minutes left to the end of the chat, so I'm going to get through as many of these as I can, but I have to request that someone write bye Francois. You know how I always tell you write bye Francois, so please do that. Suze Blue says, I think I've repeated myself as the comments I made yesterday. You had to skim past a lot of comments because you were behind, so I'm sorry for anyone who has to read or hear my comments again. Totally fine, Suze Blue. I'm sorry that I did yesterday. I almost did again today, but I felt bad for everyone I skipped. Ellen says to Blair, yeah, which one? Alias says, when I make my lair, what should I put in it? A good question. I don't know. What do you guys think? Landon says, I think what frustrates me the most are all the unanswered questions. I think there was a huge opportunity missed to answer these questions. Ton of Bethany Young questions. Exactly. Saucy Bryce says, my phone died, so I had to leave for a while, but I still find it funny that Jenna figured out Spencer wasn't really Spencer and the other girls had no idea. Yeah, me too. I mean, right? Like, full on credit to Jenna, but I mean, seriously? Lisa B says to Spencer H, oh, that was so dumb. I mean, how did Spencer even know which book Alex gave Toby? Yeah, that's a good point. I guess she could only speculate, but I don't know. Like, I did not have dry eyes at that moment. I've confessed to you, I bawled my eyes out. But for me, I didn't question that. For me, in that moment, I just went, this is why Spoby need to be together. They're just perfect. Suze Blue says, I would have liked to have seen Alex reveal mid-season 7 as the nice long-lost sister, then as AD, or came on the scene and caused a stir and not revealed as AD. I'd like to see her and Peter together. There you go. Esther says, you can find twins on every corner in Rosewood, but males who love males is too much to ask for. Yeah. Preach, girl. Totally. Landon says, also the plot holes. Alex wasn't in the cop mask. Who attacked Ali? Yeah. Alias says, Ren? Potentially. Saucy Bryce says it was probably Noel, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we just don't know. Suze Blue says, Spencer was the best PLL to have a twin. I don't think the rest would have been able to carry it off. Imagine Shay dancing around with a Cockney accent. Oh my God, I would love Shay to do it. That would be awesome. Someone has to get Shay to do that on Instagram. Oh, not Instagram. What's the one she does? Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat anymore. But yeah, she should do it on Snapchat. Olivia's here. Hey, Olivia. She says, I think the one thing that was cool about the Alex reveal was actually seeing it come to life. Like, I never thought they'd do it, and then it happened. There you go. That's awesome. I'm so glad you loved it. For me, I was hoping they wouldn't do it, and then they did. But, you know, different people think differently. I'm glad you loved it. Skylar says to Suze Blue, Shay isn't really a good actress. There you go. Wendy says, trying to just go along with this story for a second, is it known where Spencer was while Alex was pretending to be her? Was it Alex with Caleb, or is it certain that was Spencer? It's hard to determine, but the way I see it, as far as answering your second question, Wendy, Alex showed all of the scenes that she was in. So whatever she didn't show was not her, which leads me to believe Spencer was with Caleb and not Alex. No, I don't think it's known where Spencer was when we were seeing Alex. No. Skylar says, Shay is more of a model. I'll cast her with no lines. No. Landon says, I think there was opportunity to tie these series all together, not just the last 10 episodes, and I think Marlene just missed it. Yeah, I agree. Love Forever's here. Hey, Love Forever. Love Forever says, just really trying to figure out where Maya's niece came from. It was totally random. I mean, get Bianca Lawson back. Seriously, like, It's funny how Marlene said, oh, I knew the actress who played Maya, Bianca Lawson. She could have just said that. And she said, oh, you have to grab this one. Doesn't she look like me? If I was Marlene, I would have said, look, that's a great idea, sweetie. Why don't I grab the both of you? Or, sorry, but I will grab you. Suze Blue says, I agree, Skylar. She sometimes makes me cringe, but that's what I mean. We can't even imagine it because there's way too much she'd pulled it off. Troyan is just amazing. So much love for her. As an actress, I agree. Troyan was amazing. She deserves a lot of awards for what she did. Alias says, we need 27 of you to like this video. Why do we need 27 people to like the video? I don't know what you mean there, Alias. Rena says, yes, who was the cop that attacked Ali? I think it was supposed to be Ren, as I seen them making a mask for him, but yet Alex said she came to Rosewood alone. No idea. Landon says, if I look at the last 12 episodes as the entire series, then I like it, but when you encompass all 160 episodes, the series finale was a letdown. Yep, exactly, it was. Rena says, Alias, I liked it a lot, 26. What are we liking? I do not know what we're liking. I guess I missed something here. Miss Axelia says, oh, you have 2 Portuguese viewers in the chat. Yay, Mafalda and Miss Axelia. That's awesome. Alias says, good job, Rena. Rena says, a cooler idea too would have been if Alex would have felt bad and came to Rosewood to crash Cece's dollhouse and save her twin sister. Yeah, totally. Dealing A's. Skylar says, dueling. Sorry, yeah, dueling A's. Yes, yes, definitely. That would be good. Skylar says, after the chat, can someone post a list of things they wanted answered, and I'll try to answer the most commonly asked questions. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys should. MC says, I think in Rosewood, it's a rite of passage to join the A team as a teenager. If you don't join the team, you don't graduate. I love that, MC. Mafelda says, hola. Ooh, you were saying hola, but you're gone. Yep. Mafelda says hola to Mrs. Axelia. Suze Blue says, right, guys, I'm going to go now. So sorry. Love you all ridiculously. We love you too, Suze Blue, but you're always staying for the majority of the chat anyway because we're about to be done. MC says, bye, Suze Blue. Blair says to Ellen, maybe we can use fanfiction.net. Yeah, so Blair, that's the one that I'm on, fanfiction.net. Debbie says, can I also add that when the girls realized there were 2 Spencers, they just go on and live happily ever after. Break now, no way they would all be in therapy and left in Rosewood. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Rena says, in the scar on Ali's leg, she said she wishes she was passed out when she got that scar. Whoops, Marlene forgot that storyline too. Lol, Ali's scar. Yep, exactly. Ali's scar herring. Yes. Debbie says, so when will you be on the payroll seeing as you're cleaning up the BS? Lol, love you. Love you too, Debbie. I have no idea. Hopefully tomorrow. Marlene, I'm still waiting on my check. Denise says, maybe if they would have followed the book and made Spencer AD because Alex took her place after the 5-year time jump, it would have made more sense. Exactly. Rena says, is there a due date for the rewrites or no? Sorry, Lol, if already answered. No, I'm glad you're asking, and certainly feel free to ask these questions, guys. There isn't one at the moment. There will be, but right now I'm just waiting to see what happens. Like, people are going to send them to me or whatever. You've got time to send them to me, though. But if they're done, like as soon as they're done, send them to me because, you know, this is coming from my own selfish point of view. I can't wait to read them. So once they're done, send them to me and I'll let you know what I think. I promise I'll let you know as soon as possible. Alias says, not yet. Yep. Ellen says to Blair, does it have a limit on words? Are we talking about, what are we talking about? Are we talking about fanfic? What are we talking about? can't see what Blair even said. So, oh, there. No, fanfic, sorry, .net does not have a limit on words at all. No. They do sort of prefer that if you have a lot of words that you do it in chapter form, and they show you how to do that. It's pretty easy once you know what you're doing. But no, they definitely don't have a limit. Not at all. And some people do, what's it called? Quick fiction. I forgot what it's called. There's a quick one, and the quick one is like 700 words or something, and like that's totally acceptable to be a story or something like that. Have a look on the website. It's they tell you all the information there. Blair says, thanks, Francois, for the info. I'm not AD, but I can keep the email address a secret. Awesome, Blair. Two can keep secret if one gives them an email address. Laura B says, I'm on another road trip for work and I've passed 1,000 horses, hoping would see Mrs. D and Bethany. I love that, Laura B. That's awesome. Blair says to Ellen, I'm not sure I made an account on there, but I haven't published anything on there yet. That's excellent, Blair. When you get a chance, email me your name. But also, if you guys can still email me a copy of your book, I would still appreciate it. Debbie says, Francois, producer, formerly known as AD. Yes, that's me. I swear, you guys, I need to create my own Pretty Little Liars, and I'll just bring you all on as writers and actors and stuff, and we'll just make the best show ever. Saucy Bryce says, Marlene's face in the interview when the interviewer said they're going to ask fan questions, she looked scared, didn't she? She looked petrified. I mean, how was she not expecting them to ask questions? What, she thought she would just sit there and say what she thought about the finale? No, Marlene, we have plot holes, honey. MC says, lol, Saucy, so she should. Yep. Rena says, AD brought, he's saying AD? Brought back to life, Noel would have been better reveal. A re-brought back to life Noel would have been a better reveal. Lol, who knows how his head got reattached, so we don't need to answer that. I would have loved that, though. Anything to have him back. What's his name? I think it's like Grant Doherty or something. Yeah, would have been great to have him back. Angel says, by the way, who killed Wilden? Ashley Marin was blamed, but who actually did it? Also, who beat up Mona after she smeared her house with blood? As it was blatantly a male in a blonde wig. Yeah, so I think that was just a stand-in. I think what was revealed was that it was Charlotte. But I think that was just a stand-in a blonde wig. But I would like to know more about this whole blood thing, seriously. Because Mona made a huge point about it, and then after that whole scene, we never saw it anymore. After the whole Charlotte, Mona bashed up thing. MC says, I bet Marlene handpicked the fan questions to answer so she wouldn't have to answer anything important. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, seriously. Blair says, I will definitely check out your stories on Fiction Press and Fanfic. Oh, that's awesome, Blair. Let me know what you think. If you want some sort of an A story, then I would recommend reading Cold in the Rain, which is on Fanfic. Because from about halfway through, they get texts and things like that, and you've got to try and work out who the mysterious TE is. I call them TE. Saucy Bryce says, bye. Yeah, we're up to the bye moment. Skylar says, moment of silence. Go, Skylar. Hey, Alias, do you see that? Skylar said moment of silence. Go, Skylar. Rena says, bye. Denise, Angels, and Skylar say bye. And Ellen says to Blair, yeah, we could do that. Don't forget to send yours. Oh, Ariel sent me a message. Okay, I'll read your message, Ariel, before I go. They should have made AD connected to all the girls. Yes, agreed. This show is about all of them. I do not think it was fair to them. It made no sense for them, the rest of the girls, to be tortured in the 10 episodes. Yeah, exactly. It didn't make any sense at all. All right, so for those of you new to the chat, hear a comment below and let me know. Every time we do a live chat, at the end of the chat, we do something known as a moment of silence. This is our way of holding hands around the world. Because one of the great things about all these chats with comment below and let me know is we have all different people from around the world here. Tonight's example, we have someone from Portugal, which is so awesome. Thank you so much for being here. But we have people from America, from Europe, from Asia, from South Africa, from, yeah, say I'm from Australia, and there are a few more from Australia that come along. So it's awesome. So during this moment of silence, we I imagine us all holding hands and just having a nice little moment together. And tonight we are going to be, well, saying RIP to Pretty Little Liars, I guess. But yeah, I just want all of us to embrace the warm glow of comment below and let me know. We are a family. We are here to support each other. If it's someone's birthday, we say happy birthday. If someone has to go, we say bye. If someone's here, we say hi. We spread the love. We say condolences to people who aren't in good situations. We say to people, get better. We are seriously a family, and I love that. So our moment of silence, holding hands around the world, starts now. Thank you very much. That was absolutely beautiful. I feel the love. You guys are totally amazing. My current subscriber number is, just so you guys know, don't know what that music was. So I was just wanting to have some sort of music. No dead air, right? Except for our moment of silence. 269, which is totally awesome, you guys. Thank you very, very, very much. That's wonderful. My new target is 275. So if I can get there, that would be totally awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys have photos that you want to add to the comment below and let me know collage that I'm going to do, please send it to the email. If you are going to do the PLL rewriting their ending, the PLL story, please send it to me also at my email. If you wish to send your photo to Facebook, that's fine. If you've added me, you can send to me in a private message there. But the books will be easier to read via email for sure. If you upload your book to a website like fanfic or something like that, that's totally fine. Please email me with the link so that I can get to it. But thank you to those of you who have already sent me pictures. I really appreciate that. And for those of you that have or are about to send me stories, I can't wait to read them. I'm really excited. And I can't wait to read you mine as well. So it sounds like some of you would like me to read out these stories during live chats. If that's the case, certainly let me know once this video is uploaded that you'd like me to read them out in live chats, and that's what I'll do. I'll be more than happy to do that. Provided I have your permission. So with the email that you send me with your stories, let me know if you're okay with me reading them out on live chats or whatever. If you're not, that's totally fine. I'll read it privately, let you know what I think, and I won't read it out because it's up to you guys. You're the writer of the book, so I'll leave that to you. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. It was great to have another 2-hour chat with you guys here at Radley Sanitarium, another therapy session. There will be another one tomorrow night, so don't forget, you need to take the blue meds, then the pink one, then the green one, okay? Doctor's orders. Have a very good night's sleep. No running in the hallways. No one can have any sharp objects. If you see anyone with sharp objects, report it. And absolutely no one is allowed to go up on the roof. But if you are a boy, you're allowed to wear dresses. That's totally fine here at Radley 2.0. You can wear dresses. You don't have to hide. That's totally fine. Thank you so much once again for being here. I am Francois T. And do not forget to can keep a secret if one of them comes up with a good idea for who can be AD. Mwah. Bye, guys.